welcome back to the channel, guys. So this time I'm showing you a very cheap way of building fences using papercraft techniques. So these I found, I can't remember what the website was, it was a few years ago to be honest, but I think it was a model railroad website where it was all dedicated to papercraft. So there were houses, train stations, pretty well you name it, they had it. And I came across these fences which I thought at the time would be quite good for World War II games or modern games. It's quite a straightforward process. Print them out, cut them down, and then you don't need to have a strengthener. You could just fold them over, but then they would be a little bit weak. So I find some nice thin cardboard, chop the cardboard to the right width, as you can see here. I would say go slightly smaller than the actual paper itself, just because when you fold it over, you are going to lose a mil or two. As you can see, crease the paper over, and then slide the cardboard inside it. Which I turn into a real major issue here. But then once it's in, then you can fiddle around with it a little bit, make sure it all lines up, and squeeze it into the right shape. Next, you're going to get your Mod Podge, PVA, or glue of your flavour. Paint it all over the cardboard inner on both sides. And then slide that in also. Then just squeeze the paper around the cardboard, and then leave it under something heavy just to hold it in place whilst it dries. Do make sure you leave a little bit of an overhang at either end, just so that way when the time comes you can fold the edges so you don't have any of the cardboard showing through. It's a little bit fiddly, but not bad. It's quite an easy, straightforward process. Then there are two methods that I've used for my fences. So these are some that I actually did a couple of years ago when I first started the idea. I decided to rebase using the popsicle stick method because I actually quite liked doing this when it came to the hedgerows and some of the other scenery that we've worked on. So quite literally just a nice bead of the hot glue and then stick the fence straight onto it. What could be easier than that? A little soldier up in the top corner, sorry, not top corner, just in the top, is a 15mm plastic soldier company soldier. Just I was using that to get the right scale for the fences. And again, you can kind of see that I've gone for the chopping out the corner just to try and get the fences to line up a little bit more. The second method you can see at the front there, one I just picked up, I just put cardboard squares on the base instead of the whole popsicle stick, and it works just as well, keeps it stood upright. Yeah, this is the original method that I was using, and I think it works quite nicely. So again, a couple of squares, paint them brown, and then flock over the top. Again, the brown is just a cheap craft store or superstore brown paint that you find in the crafting section. I can't remember what the name was, I think it was just called brown. Anyway, give it a nice coating of PVA, Mod Podge, etc., and then dunk it in. Now I've been recently trying to be a little bit more crafty. Excuse the pun. Anyway, forget I said that. But yeah, just adding little bits of flock, little bits of clump foliage, and different extra little pieces onto my scenery just to try and bring them to life. And I think overall it does a pretty good job. Makes the models stand out and come alive a little bit more. Anyway, I really enjoyed doing this project, and thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.